Hi there. Thank you for taking time out to listen to this video. We will try to be brief, straight to the point. As you can see, it's optimized for a mobile phone so that you can watch it on your phone or listen to it while you are doing something else. So it can be audio or video depending on what you choose. So we're looking at 5 reasons why your third class or your past degree should not stop you from getting a good job. Trust me, there are people out there who came out with a pass, who came out with a third class, and they have good jobs. You would envy their jobs. You would envy their jobs. I know people who came out with a third class and a pass, and they earn more than the average bank manager. Honest, legitimate work. So let me bust your bubble a bit. I know somebody also who, not just one person, 2 people, who don't even have a university degree, and they are doing very well. Very well. Their income will shock those who have been employed. So I'm not here to slight those who have a 2-1 or first class. No. The purpose of this is to give hope to the third class. It's a highly competitive market, and there are so many opportunities out there that I want us to open our eyes to and see. And instead of crying, instead of lamenting, instead of having a third class or pass is not an HIV, it's not stigma. I know in the employment world it looks like that, as if you have some dreaded disease or curable disease. But that's not the perception I want by the end of this video. So please, could you stop doing what you are doing? Can you stop, switch off the TV and listen carefully to this thing? And as you are listening, ask yourself certain questions and think. And then you will see that there is hope, serious hope. So I'll go quickly to the first reason. The first reason is your third class can never ever stop you from getting any other certification or degree. So if you are not really happy with the third class, you need to strategize how to get that all erased. I'm going to share a story later on about somebody who did exactly that. So you could still feel the stigma and the low self-esteem. As I've said in my adverts, I had a third class. I don't feel bad about it. It doesn't make me look stupid. I've told people a GP and an IQ, they are 2 different things. My CGP was 1.98, but does that mean that that's my IQ? No, by no means. That's just an accumulation of my experience in the university that they put in 5 years and put a score to it. But if I did a 1-hour test in IQ, I'm sure to get something higher than that. And it has been proven time and time again. But this is not about me. If you feel bad about your third class, then you start strategizing to get a higher class. You can do a postgraduate course. Yes, it costs money, but that might be your route towards getting to your goal. You may also need to probably do some certification exams. There's Microsoft. There are different types now and courses, and then some of them, interestingly, are almost cheap. And you get your certificates, and then you acquire degrees in other things and knowledge in other stuff. So please, that is one way if you want to deflate the impact of your third class degree or your past degree, is try and see if you can get some certification. So let me share a story of somebody before I share my second reason. It's linked to the first reason. This lady is called Stella. She owns certain blogs. She's a blogger. So they call her Stella Dimoko Kokoros. I hope I did not murder her name, but I'm sure some of you know her. She came out with a third class degree in linguistics, and that was at University of Benin. Her own story is sad, and this is the story of many people. You need to find out how people ended up with their third class degrees. Some were not serious in university. Some took the wrong course. Some found themselves in the wrong kind of thing. Many other reasons, but in her own case, it was sexual harassment. And these things are real, except people are going to lie. So maybe she would have come out with a 2-2, we don't know. But there were so many offers for sex, and she refused to succumb. That is her story. But what did she do? She went to get other degrees. You can Google all these things online. Let's find out if what I'm saying is true. Went to get other degrees, And that, according to her, helped her to boost her image. She went abroad, did some other things, just got some other degrees that helped her. And today, according to an estimate on the website, she's worth over $400,000. That's a third-class student that did not give up on herself and just started saying there must be a way, there must be a way. So I say to you, this year, there is a way in 2019. Sit down and think clearly. There is a way. Refuse to be bogged down by what people are saying in the labor market. So that is one third-class student. I'm going to the second reason, but I needed to say this. This is somebody else again you may have known. He's dead now. A very popular lawyer in Nigeria. His name is Gani Fawemi. He got a third-class degree. Some accounts even say it was a pass. So I don't know. But all my research, some say it's third, some say it's pass. But whatever it was, he came out to be one of the best lawyers. We don't know his net worth. We don't know what he was worth. What we knew was he was a philanthropist. He sponsored people to school. He held parties for poor people. All his birthday parties, he always brought the poor, the lame on the streets, and he sponsored people to school. A lot of people lost degrees, lost scholarships. He even running some, even posthumously after he's dead, his estate still sponsors people to school. So he's a third-class student. So this brings me to my second reason. If they can make it, then you can make it too. Don't you think so? Did they have 4 eyes? Did they have 3 ears? No, they are human beings. They went through everything. I knew that Gani Fawemi's case wasn't that he was not intelligent. He was, according to stories, washing toilets. He was very poor. And that's why he never, when he became very prominent and rich, he never stopped helping the poor. Never stopped to help them. So that was Gani Fawemi for you. And if these people can make it, you can. You can. So this is one motivation, that people did it. That means there's opportunity that you too can make it. Let their own stories inspire you. I have several stories, and I mean it, of people who had passed and third class, inspiring stories. Some will bring you to tears, that they are doing very well today. So I only had to share 2 because I want to keep the video short, and I want you to understand what we're trying to achieve. The third reason is that everyone is a first-class material. You've never thought about it that way. And in the subsequent courses I will be teaching, I will prove it to you. Everyone is a first-class material. Now, the picture I showed you here is a picture of a monkey, an elephant, and a fish, and some other animals there. And they're saying now that for a first selection, everyone has to take same exams. Please climb the tree. Now, the monkey will climb very fast. But are you saying the elephant is dull? Are you saying the fish is dull? That's the problem with school most of the time. They set the same exams for everyone. But people are better in certain areas than certain areas. Some applied for the wrong course. Some of you were supposed to be in theater arts, and people are making an income from that. You see all our celebrities on income, but you just wanted to study engineering. But by nature and by DNA, you are a comedian. You all you need to do is just hone your skills and move to that level. So everybody is a first-class material, first-class comedian, first-class dancer, first-class footballer. But everybody now found himself in a school, and definitely, if you are competing with the monkeys who are climbing trees, where do you think you will find yourself? In the university, I was not good at cramming. When I understood something, I understood it. That was how I lived my life. And I'm very, very good at programming. I'm very good at teaching, like what I'm doing now. So I focused on my strengths. So you are first class. Now I need to share a story of someone who is popular, and he won a Nobel Prize. His name is Albert Einstein. He won a Nobel Prize for physics. But if you read his history and all the history books, there are different accounts, varying accounts. But one thing is that even his teachers did not know that he would be able to be anything meaningful in life. They wrote him off. There was a time he could not even get a job. The video is on our website. If you go to our Facebook website, you'll find it there. He could not get a job. Yet this guy was a first-class brain, but he was working in an environment that did not allow his first-class brain to work. Some of you are good at arts, but you are in sciences. Some of you are good at science, and you have found yourself stuck with some art course. or some economic course, So everybody is a first class material, is trying to get where your first class is, So think about it. Don't just look at, oh, I came with the third class in a course that you probably never wanted to study, just got into university and just studied it. So, and that now defines your life forever. No. A lady came to me, she had a third class in my university. I don't want to mention the course, and she was weeping. I saw her off to the park in Ibadan that time. She was weeping. And then I followed her to weep too, just trying to dramatize and be sarcastic. I said, oh God, since you have a first class now, you will never get anything good in life. You will never get a good relationship. You will never get a good life. You will never get a good job. And she just looked at me. I mean, are you for real? I said, but that's what you are saying. The way you have been mourning and crying and weeping, you have just written yourself off. The last time I checked, she was in Chevron. Went to serve there and applied herself while she was serving in Chevron, and she was retained. Because the problem again is sometimes with the third class is that you don't have any chance to be joking with jobs. So when you find a job, you take it very serious. She was retained. When later on went to do her master's, that's the last thing I heard from her, that she was in Chevron. So there's hope. You are a first class material. Please stop saying you are third class. It doesn't work. I'm third class by the books, but I'm a first class programmer. I'm a first class teacher. And I tell myself that every time. And I'm not trying to psych myself. It's just the same truth. I may be an elephant competing with a monkey. But when I am in the zones of elephants, I'm an elephant, first class elephant. I may be a third class monkey, but I'm a first class elephant. I hope you get the gist. So I want you to think that way. You are not inferior. That is why you will get a job. The fourth reason is that the key ingredient for employment is skill and not degree. And people say, oh, then how would they open the door? There are many ways of getting it, and I will share this later on in the video. It's skill. I have interviewed people in the last 3-4 years in my job. My job is to screen candidates, and we're screening candidates who will be my deputy. I work for a multinational organization that had presence in 3 continents: Africa, Europe, and Asia. They have now opened up in America, but at that time it was just 3 continents. And we're supposed to screen someone. We sent for CVs. There's this guy who had he had a 2-1 and had 3 masters, 2 in Nigeria, 1 abroad, Ireland. I think he did, what do you call that, an online course. So, and he got certificate, and if you see the CV, it is so loaded. You will be afraid that this is the guy we're looking for. But 5 minutes into the interview, he was a disaster. I am telling you the truth. Those who never even had a university degree were better than him, that I've known, I've worked with. So, of course, he was not taken. I mean, we don't even think it twice. We struggled not to laugh throughout his interview. He just made a fun of himself, caricature of himself, and yet he had certificates, valid certificates, that he went to school. So every average modern day employer has begun to think differently about these things. And I'm telling you the truth. You go Google these things. There are people who are major actors in the industries now that are beginning to see that you have to find another way of evaluating people. And now another problem with this degree thing is that people are now sleeping to get a 2-1, doing things to get a 2-1. Do people get correct 2-1s at first class and 2-2 properly? Yes, I agree. But because of the pressure of the degree, people do anything, including not reading or cramming or not learning or not really acquiring skills. They know that once they get the 2-1, that's their thinking, they'll just get a job. And they are in for a rude shock. Any employer worth his salt will not just take you just because you put a 2-1 stamp on that. And any employer worth his salt in the 21st century knows that there are people among these third class people who are far better than the ones who are in 2-1. It's just how to sift them and keep them. That's a real issue in the employment world. So this is one reason. Focus on your skill and not on your degree. I don't know what Ali Baba came out with in the university. I know he studied political science. But what I know, he focused on his comical skills. And today that is paying his bills. I don't know what degree Basket Mouse came out of university with. I don't know what degree Tejibe Face went with. But what I know is that their skills is paying for them. They have jobs, except you want a white collar job. And the problem is this: people fight to get the white collar jobs, but don't understand that there are people who are earning far more with less stress these white collar jobs because they have understood how to position their skills. So think about it. Skills in the long run, they'll be more important than that piece of paper that you have in your hand called a third class or a pass. So think about it. Now, the fifth reason, quickly. Your degree cannot stop you from employing you. And what I mean here is clearly just self-employment. This is one of my secrets too. Before I left the university, I started working. I just looked at how I could monetize my skill. That was the key. I started working. I started earning. I started living like a big boy. Only that then I was a big foolish boy. I started working before leaving the university. So you cannot stop yourself from employing yourself. You can buy clothes at 5 naira and sell them at 10 naira. You're already employing yourself and you're earning an income. In fact, this lady was doing that. She would go and buy gold. The lady I spoke about in Chevron, buy gold in Kaduna and come and sell it down south. So, what's the big deal with the third class? When you can employ yourself, are you going to disqualify yourself for your own job? The only people who will qualify you are your customers. And I quickly share a short story about myself. I knew how to draw. Please, it was deliberate I said it that way. I was sure I was very skillful in drawing. And this one is drawing with a computer. And I earned a lot there. I don't want to spend so much time speaking about this. I earned a lot from drawing. And from drawing to another job, to another job, to another job. Today I am employed. But years ago, before leaving the university, I was self-employed for, say, 4 or 5 years. I was earning until an offer for a job. Listen to my story. An offer for a job came. I never applied. I've never applied for a work or job. Only once. And that was out of frustration on a paid job. Never, ever applied until that time. The job came to me on a platter of gold. They said, would you like to relocate to Abuja? Would you like this kind of a job? And I was shocked. My job interview was laughing and joking with my interviewers. Even when I left there, I thought, I'm sure these guys did not take me serious. Because I asked, not stupid questions, but very frank and brutal entrepreneurial questions. And I got the job. And that job made me to even see more things about the work industry and the labor markets. So your degree can't stop you from employing yourself. Why don't you start something? And when you start that thing along that line, someone will just come and say, okay, you have done this for 5 years. You've got 5 years experience. Because that's it. In my CV, my first 8 years of my CV is my own job. I'm the one who hired myself. So when I put it in my CV, I put experience. And it's experience. So these are the things I want you to think about. You can hire yourself. So look at the market, look at the opportunities out there, and then think about hiring yourself. So this is where I want you to begin to think. What are the next steps for your career fulfillment? Seriously, practical. And this is what I've always believed in. Let us be very practical about this thing. Are we just joking here? Are we just trying to cajole people? Are we just trying to make you feel good? No. I've shown you with stories. At least these ones are true. They must have had a how of doing this. And that's why I want you to focus on these 3 things. These are the 3 things which I have crystallized into another set of videos. I want you to discover your skills. Some of you are not going to do a 9-to-5 job, so let me bust your bubble now so you can stop here and stop watching this video. You are not going to do a traditional job, white-collar job, but you are going to earn well. I said it in my advert, I'm earning a 8-digit salary. 8-digit salary on a yearly basis. And I'm not doing mechanical engineering that I studied. So you can stop the video here if you don't want to listen any further. If it's that course you studied in university, fine. But those of you who studied a course in university and probably were trapped in the wrong course or want to explore something different, you can continue with the video. So you need to discover your skills. Then when you discover them, you need to develop them. And when you develop them, you need to deploy them. And deploying, I am meaning you need to position yourself in such a place that you will be seen. I will share deep stories for every one of these steps. How I discovered myself, how I developed myself, and how I was able to deploy. And now I'm in a demand-driven market. That they wanted to get my deputy. We posted out CVs. 70 people applied. None of them could fit the role. So there are jobs, and those who know me very well, my mentees know I have a popular saying: there is work, but there are no workers. Because the people are not thinking about the opportunities out there. There are so many opportunities out there, but you are looking for your white-collar job, your tie job, fine, and that's okay with you if that's what you want. But if you want to pay your bills, there are jobs that you are due, they're legal, they're legitimate, and they will definitely bring an income to you. So I have packaged a 3-part video. And all I am saying in this video is overcoming the barriers to employment. With those 3 things I mentioned, that is what those 3-part video series will do. And I've told you in 3 parts. We'll talk about discovering skills, we'll talk about developing them, and deploying them so that you know where to use these things and convert, because deployment is where you begin to convert your skill to cash. You can use your skill to make money. You don't need to start crying all through the night and feel bad about what everybody seems to be moving ahead. You just seem as if your life is stagnant. It can work for you. So it comes with a fee. It is presently at 5,000. And that's what I'm going to charge after 14th of January 2019. But if you pay before that, you can get it for 2005. If you pre-order, you'll get it for 2005. In addition to that, I'm going to also add another video, 5 reasons why your CV ends up in the dustbin. And I'm not going to add first class, not about your degree. Seriously. Some people have good degrees, but nobody is going to look at that CV. The CV will end up in the dustbin. So there are things you must do even before you start writing the CV. People think CV is everything, but that's not true. CV is not everything that you need. CV is not everything that you need. So please, I really want you to think about it and make a decision that this year you want to make progress. In the videos I'm sharing with you, I will break everything down. I believe in practical steps. Those who have known me and those who I have mentored, I believe in practical steps. I've been able to help people with just secondary school certificates to be positioned. That's one of the key words I use, positioning. We're going to talk about that. So in this video materials that I'll be sending to you, it's a 3-part series. All these issues will be covered, and any other issue that you think will limit you in your 3rd class. So please think about it. You could go back to the link, send an email to us. These are our handles. If you want to pay for that material, the web link is paystack.com/pay/bar, bar meaning barriers. So if you just go online and press that, you will get it for 2005 before the 15th. By 14th, it's going to be the last day. It's going to be going for 2005. By the 15th, it's going to be 5,000. You can reach us via Gmail on the employmentuniversity@gmail.com. You can reach us on Facebook. You can reach us on Instagram, and you can reach us via Twitter. We have also put right there our phone number, so you can reach us on 07089932515. So any way you want to reach us, if you're interested in having these video materials directly delivered to you, please let us know and just go to that pay link, and then we would have that on our social media handles. We would also have the pay links there, so you can just go to our pages and then you can subscribe to get these resources. Thank you so much for your time. I am hoping for a fruitful and productive 2019. Now it is up to you. Others have done it. You too can. Stop crying. Stop weeping. Start thinking. Start strategizing. You need knowledge. Once you get this knowledge, it will take you to the next level. Wishing you a fruitful 2019. Thank you so much for your time.